involved also when perceiving the song. So how does it feel to you that now finally back again is here for everyone?
Weird, but exciting. I don't know. I mean, because this song holds very close to my heart. Because it's very personal. Because it has to talk about mental health and my personal journey through it. But like my whole goal in writing music in general, or creating music, especially for this song, is that I don't want when people listen to it, I don't want them to perceive it the way I perceive it. I want them to perceive it the way that they do, or what makes sense for them. So, I mean, for me, this is like mental health and my journey of, when people dissociate or going in and back and forth with like how they feel, their anxiety or depression, whatever that is. For some people, it could be their love song to their significant other, or other forms of mental health and all of that. But yeah, for me, it's just like I want people to perceive this the way that they personally perceive it, and with whatever they are going through, whether good or bad.
Yeah, and I think that's why the sensory experience makes a lot of sense, right? Because whatever we feel, whatever we perceive is only because of our standpoint.
Yes.
Our personal experiences, our personal, feelings, and of course our senses. So I like that we were able to round that up back again with the sensory experience. So was everybody able to get a treat with the taste? Yes. Oh, here. Do not worry, we didn't forget about our front row, of course. You'll get yours as well. So what did everybody else get? I know there's flat tops.
Yeah, I saw that also.
It's very nostalgic for me. I'm sure for a lot of people also. It makes me feel like childhood also.
Yeah.
Sweet fun times. Carefree moments.
Carefree moments.
My gosh. To go back in time. Back again. Oh, back again. To be able to go back again. So that is our last sense. So those are the 5 senses in case you needed a review also. And of course, once again, we were able to do that through the sensory experience because Back Again is a very, like we said, emotion heavy sensory experience as well. It's a very holistic experience being able to listen to Back Again. But with all of the papers that you have there, we actually have our boxes of senses where you can actually pin or put your memo pads over there. So once again, it's invisible ink, do not worry, nobody will see your emotions naman. But just to have everybody put their memos on the box would be amazing because it goes to show that we all have these emotions and these feelings that we might not be able to share all the time, but we get to. So we want you guys to put them on the wall. So don't be shy. Please do put them on the wall so that we can see that we all have these emotions that sometimes we feel we can't share, but truly we can. So yeah, so anybody, don't be shy. Please do join us. Yes, please join us in the front. Please put them. Yay!
And put your sticky notes on the wall.
Don't be shy. This is a safe space. This is a safe space for all of you. I love it. There you go. Don't worry. Yes, don't worry. Nobody will read it. Just be as honest as you are. We have very, very supportive friends and family of Gia. So also our friends here, don't be shy. Please do put them on the wall as well. Again, sometimes it feels like we can't share our feelings, right? Yeah. Luckily, sometimes we have safe spaces like this one. Thank you everyone for being so gay. Thanks, everyone.
Dadalhin ko na naman yan hanggang tabakan.
Then later pala, no?
Wala talagang ink. We're just gonna expose our
Yeah, we're just gonna read it with a black light. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. And sometimes it's nice to go through your feelings, right? It's like, you can go back to them. Also.
Writing it down helps.
Are you a big journal person?
I used to, I tried to, and just for me it doesn't work.
Me also.
I tried,
Yeah.
And I was convincing myself, yeah, it works. I was like, and I'd forget to write in my journal.
Yeah.
And it would be 2 months later, I'm like, oh. Because when I write in my journal, I literally talk to myself.
Yeah.
And when I end it, I'm like, okay, goodbye, see you next time. And then I see the date, it was like November 2024. I was like, oh, my bad.
But isn't that interesting? You can actually go back to that. Even
Yes.
though you don't do it consistently.
Yeah.
But being
You can
able
go back to
being able to go back again to that point in time.
Exactly.
is crazy.
Oh, I'm back again.
Yes. So it's good to reflect every now and then on the things that we feel, the things that we perceive, especially with a launch like this that is able to evoke many emotions, especially for Gia, I'm sure. I like that she's writing her thoughts now. There you go. Perfect. So you can just put it, and then we'll just see. We won't super read everyone's, but Gia will just see all of the emotions that you
I'll
put down.
expose everyone's secrets.
No, this is a safe space, you guys, right? It's a safe space for everyone, yes? Yeah, okay, perfect. Yes. Oh, this is good.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna put it and just gonna shine a light on all of your emotions and feelings here today. I mean, if there's one person you want to share it with, of course it's gonna be Gia, right? So she's gonna. See, that's always a rock and roll. Makes you feel rock and roll. Why not? Maybe they also got the stem of the libon. Oh, somebody wrote like a really long one.
yeah.
Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you.
That's really great. No? At least being able to be in touch with your feelings is also a great practice. And I'm sure Gio will have so much fun, you know, getting to see what these
Some
single
of these
things
are
do.
blank.
Hindi ko titig.
Baka the pen didn't work.
These are blank.
Star yun.
Yeah, I'm sure Gio will have a lot of fun reading all of those later on as well.
Baka alam ko na yung sasabihin. Baka alam ko na yung
Yes.
lalagay.
Cute. So how does it feel seeing everybody, you know, just have all of these feelings, seeing things that are related to that? Cute. Cute. It's cute.
No, I'm glad that you guys shared. Kahit it's simple. It's nice to share from time to time about how you feel, despite it being a simple or complicated. So thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions.
That's true. Even just taking the time, right, to process a little bit, you know, throughout the day, I think is really important. We're so happy that you're able to do it here today. But now we are going to learn more about Angia's music, of course, back again, and the whole process that went into it. Of course, we have our media friends, our very dear media friends who joined us here today to ask some questions. Angia, are you ready?
I'm
Okay,
ready.
so I will be calling on some of our media friends to ask their questions to Gia. So first up, we have Ana Cerezo of TV Patrol. Is anyone gonna ask her, Anna? Also, we need a mic over here. Or I will just, oh there, we have a mic over there.
Hi,
Hi.
over here. Congratulations. Hi. You mentioned earlier na it's personal song. Can you just walk us through like your songwriting process for most of your songs? You wrote them yourself? Are they personal? Do you just parang pag may naisip ka, do you just jot it down? Just give us a picture of how you make your songs or your music.
Okay. So when I wrote this, I actually co-wrote this with Nico Sabiniano, who's over there in the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, he helped me write this whole song. But what I did, since I had this whole writer's block back then, hanggang ngayon, I struggle sometimes. So it's helpful if someone is there to guide me through it. So what I did is just made kwento about like what I go through mental health wise, and then we just wrote it together. And I just basically it's a more artistic way of my story when it comes to this mental health journey. And the process of it is just, you know, sharing my thoughts and then finding the right words for the song, I guess. So, I mean, the whole journey of Back Again has to do with specifically dissociation and like kind of blanking out in specific moments in hard times, or when you're overexcited, or when you're over happy, or when you're super sad or super anxious. You kind of just block everything off. So the whole point of that was just like kind of protecting yourself and moving in this type of limbo to avoid any uncertainties in the outside world. So the story of that is basically, you know, protecting yourself from your fears and the outside world of like the reality. So it's just like to protect yourself from that. So it was quite hard trying to write it because like I never thought that I would have to write about something super vulnerable about myself. But as I grew up and as I got older, I learned that it's okay to speak up and be honest about what the person is going through, what you're personally going through, because in general you shouldn't be shamed or judged for feeling a type of way because you're entitled to your own feelings, and it's okay to feel the way that you feel, despite the judgment that people have, because people can say whatever they want, but it's what you feel and that's what matters. It's just the way you deal with how you feel and what you do about those feelings and how you handle it and handle that with everyone else around you and everything else that's going around you the right way. So, yeah.
Thank
Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that. Can I have another question? Yeah. Can you just tell us also yung concept nitong music video?